What do you think according to you which is best? Means I'm just going to ask you difference between, which is better, uh, newspaper or television. So right now I'm going to support television. So definitely I will just tell you about the benefit of the televisions. But I just want to include one thing, that I'm not going to include internet or any other things means related to the internet, because only I have to talk about the television. I cannot include the internet. Okay. So and you have to tell me about the benefit of newspaper. So first benefit of the television, right now I'm going to tell you that television is the best source of entertainment. We can have many kind of entertainment on the television, like news channels, music channels, sport channels. There are lots of channels which are being telecasted right now on the free live telecast, free channels. Okay, by it is provided by the government. But in the newspaper we cannot get these kind of entertainment. So what do you say about this? I can understand that you are saying that on the television you can get many kind of entertainment sources, like and you can kind of different channels. But sometimes you have to purchase that box, that the free box. Yes, one time I know, and you are just saying that for the one time, but you have to at least invest at 3,000 rupees minimum. 3,000 rupees, and after investing 3,000 rupees you need you need the electricity. If you don't have the electricity, definitely you will not be able to play any kind of a song, music, or any kind of a channels, right? Otherwise, suppose plus electrician, you need the electrician, the wiring, and moreover the television. The very first thing, you need the television, which is also cost minimum of 10,000 right now in this time. But in the newspaper, if you talk about, you only need to invest 10 to 5 to 3 to 5 rupees. Otherwise you can just buy any kind of a news channel, newspaper, and you don't need anything else. You need only 4 and 5 rupees, and you can easily purchase the newspaper. You can get lots of pages over there in the newspaper, like, and you have the different pages, your city, your local news, your national news, international news about the sports news, about the, and you can also get the news about the music. The Bollywood pages also comes on the specific days, but the entertainment page is also there, where you can just get the lots of knowledge. If you talk about the electricity consumption, so newspaper also needs the electricity, because where it is printed, there is a factory, there is a there is a machines, and the machines doesn't run manually. Okay, it also needs the electricity. And suppose if there is no electricity, so you cannot you cannot get the newspaper in your hand. Wherever you just go, you can find the newspaper. I know, and I just agree with that. But there is also a big problem, that if you are just saying about the electricity, so also you should there should be electricity. Without electricity, you cannot get the newspaper printed, and you cannot get the newspaper in your hand every day, right? I can understand that any kind of a factory, or any kind of a any kind of a industry needs the electricity. Without electricity, the any kind of industry cannot be run. But about the electricity, I don't have to think about the electricity. Only I care about the newspaper, and if I can get the newspaper every day, means I don't have to spend lots of money to get the newspapers, to get the entertainment news and all about. In your case, in the television case, we need to spend lots of money. Like, firstly we need to purchase the television, which will definitely cost around 10,000 rupees at least. Okay, because LED TVs are definitely costly nowadays. And after that, after purchasing the television, you need to subscribe the news, and you need to purchase that box. Okay, TV tuner box you have to purchase, whatever you call it. like free telecast channels where you can just get the, and you have to purchase it, and it will definitely cost 3,000 minimum. And after that you need to get that connection of the electricity. If you don't have the electricity, you cannot just get the entertainment source, and you cannot switch on the television without the electricity. So you need minimum 20,000 rupees to get that kind of a channels. Maybe possible it is free later, but minimum charges you should have in your pocket, that is 20,000 rupees. But but in the newspaper case, I don't have to worry about the 20,000 rupees. Suppose if I cannot get today the newspaper, so I can just go somewhere else. Otherwise, I can just sit in any hotel or any bus, and I can get the newspaper easily. I can read the newspaper, and I can get the information from the newspaper. Sometimes I don't have to purchase the newspaper also. I can just borrow the newspaper from some other people, and I can just get the information from there. So in my means in the newspaper, I don't have to spend lots of money. Means you are saying that newspaper doesn't need electricity. Actually, newspaper needs electricity, because without electricity you cannot, means any industry cannot be run. And if the industry cannot be run, so the newspaper cannot be printed, and nobody can get the newspaper without get it printed. And if the newspaper is not get printed, because why? Because there is no electricity. So the industry cannot be run without electricity. You have to consider it, and you have to agree with it. I'm not going to agree with your opinion, because you are saying that without electricity. So I'm not saying that without electricity, because newspaper industries have their more options of the electricity. They can get the solar system, and by the solar system they can run their industry, and they can get the newspaper printed, and they can distribute the newspaper all over the country. In that case, the newspaper is still not costly. Only every person has to pay 5 to 7 rupees per newspaper every day. And newspaper also is used for some other some other work, like you can just wipe your hands. Sometimes you can just spread it, and you can just lie on it. Sometimes if there is lots of dirt over there, and you don't have anything or any seat to sit, so you can just spread it, and you can sit over there. You can wrap something in the newspaper. There are lots of multi uses. There is a multi use, okay, and you can use it use it for many things. That's why newspaper is very cheap and best for the entertainment source and for the information source. So about the solar system, you are saying when any industry can use the solar system, so why cannot the people use the solar system? Because nowadays you can just find the solar system everywhere, and you can also get it installed at your home, and definitely you can get the benefit. If there is no electricity, so you can get the benefit of the solar system also. And by using the solar system, we can just get the electricity, and there is no problem of the electricity. Solar system cannot purchase by anyone. Okay, it is not so cheap. It is so costly. Means again you have raised the question about the cost. No, everybody cannot purchase the television. Everybody cannot purchase the solar system. How can you say that everybody can afford the solar system? Everybody cannot afford even the television. Everybody cannot afford even the proper sanitation system in their home. So how can they just afford the television system and all those kind of things? Only the common people, most of the common people, they can afford the newspaper instead of the television and other things. In any cheap hotels or any street hotels, if you go, you can just find the newspaper over there, because it doesn't cost them lots of money. But if you talk about the television, you cannot see the television on everywhere. Okay, tell me some more thing about. I have one more question, and tell me about this, and give me the answer of this question. Suppose it is raining heavily in your city or wherever you are going. and there is it is raining heavily there. Okay, and you want to read the newspaper, but how the vendor will come and bring the newspaper to you because it is raining heavily. But in the news, in the entertainment source, in the television case, you don't have to wait for any kind of a vendor. You have the electricity, then you can definitely switch on the television, and you can watch any kind of a news, any kind of a program, any kind of a music of your choice easily on the television. But in your newspaper case, if there is a thunderstorm also is available, otherwise the weather is not good, the weather is rainy weather, so definitely you have to wait for the vendor. If the vendor comes, definitely you will get the newspaper. Sometimes it also happens as that the vendor doesn't know and they cannot predict the weather, and suddenly it is started raining, so definitely all the newspaper gets ruined. And they are also say sorry about 2 days you cannot get the newspaper. Definitely call you, and they can just tell you, and they can say sorry about that, they cannot come today because all the newspaper got ruined. So in that case, what will you do? Give me the answer. Like this, you are saying that the newspaper gets ruined when the rain comes, but definitely it also happens in the case of television, because you are watching the television, you have installed that box, and there is also antenna over there on the roof. So when it rains, and otherwise when it is raining heavily, definitely the no signal problem comes most of the time. And most of the time it also happens the monkeys comes and they play and they destroy the antenna also. Then we have to get it repaired. We have to call the technician. The technician comes and just get it repaired. Okay, otherwise repairs it, and he just charges minimum 100 to 150 rupees for one time. And most of the time within a means you have to take care of all the antenna firstly. And there is raining, so definitely you have to face the no signal problem for that reason. Okay, so if it is raining hard and heavily for 5 to 6 hours, so you won't be able to watch any kind of a news, because the no signal problems is also there, because bad weather. When the bad weather happens, the no signal problems arises every time in the box, whether it is paid services or whether it is free services, DD news or anything. So what do you say about this? So guys, you can just see that I tried my level best, and you can also try doing this kind of things with your partner, and definitely it will increase your vocabulary level and confidence level building, because the argument that comes in your mind, you can just try to express in front of your partner, and your partner also will reply to you in the same language. So by this way you can just practice more. Because if you are just going to study about only the grammar, definitely grammar is not only going to help you. You have to speak. So it is my best way. I think it is the best way to practice with your partner. If you don't have any partner, you can call me simply, and I can have the conversation. We can have the discussion on live discussion on the online channels, like online applications like Zoom application or Google Meet applications. So there are many applications, and WhatsApp also. So nowadays, so this is the main thing that we have to practice. So it is the endless discussion, endless debate, and in the next part I can just try. If you have any arguments, if you have any points about if you want to support the newspaper, and if you have many points supporting to the newspaper or supporting to the news television, with you cannot include the internet in the television points. So you can just call me, and you can mail me. I will just give my mail address, and you can mail me, and we will have the discussion, and we can have the discussion over there, okay, online. So, and you can also practice by that way. And if you are new to this channel, then please hit the subscribe button, and please like and share this video to your friends also. They can also get their knowledge increased by watching this video and listening by watching this video. Then till then, have a nice day, and bye bye.